All right, today we are going to be talking about how to break through a weight loss, fat loss plateau. I'm going to be referring to my notes on my computer if that is okay with you. I also have an interesting camera setup right now, so don't hate the player, hate the game. Wow, the lighting is a little bit better as I take a step back. All right, here we go. How to break through a weight loss plateau. We're gonna go through this in about a 5-minute stretch here, so that it's quick, easy, simple. You know what to do if you are stuck at a certain weight, can't lose any more body fat. Let's get into it. All right, so first thing you got to think about here, and I really want you to think long and hard about this. Did you actually hit a weight loss, fat loss plateau? I think you might be freaking out a little bit too quickly. If it's only been like 3 days, if you've been losing weight and then after like 3 days of losing no weight, you think you hit a plateau, you're respectfully wrong. So that's the first thing you got to keep in mind. You're respectfully wrong if you think that you've hit a plateau of any sorts and it has been less than 2 weeks. You need at least 2 weeks of somewhat of stagnation before we can consider that a plateau, okay? You didn't probably hit a plateau, you just need to be more patient. So that's the first thing that we need to keep in mind. And also on a positive note with that, if it's only been 3 days and you haven't made any more progress losing weight, losing fat, it's only been a week, it's been a week and you haven't gone down any more weight, but you've lost a lot of weight before that. On average, you have lost a lot of weight, a lot of body fat. You need to take a step back and appreciate the progress that you have made to date. And I'm proud of you for that progress. If you're at a weight loss plateau, that means that you've already made weight loss and you hit a plateau of sorts. So I'm proud of you and your progress. All right. So that's number one in 1A, 1B there. You probably didn't have a plateau, and I'm proud of the progress you already made. And you should probably just keep going if it's only been, keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to change anything if it's only been 3 days, a week, anything less than 2 weeks. Once it's been 2 weeks, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but once it's been 2 weeks, then we can start talking about what to change up and what to tweak. All right. Number 2, are you actually being that consistent? Let's keep it $150. Let's have an intimate conversation real quick. Have you been as consistent as you could be the last 1 to 2 weeks? Do you feel like you could push yourself more? Do you feel like you could be more consistent with nutrition? Are you getting in 3-4 workouts per week? Have you been getting in the same amount of steps as normal? Have you been mindful of portion sizes? Have you been doing the things that you were doing before up to this point? Maybe you just need a little break, and maybe you need a little diet break. Maybe you need vacation to Cancun. Maybe you need just to go to your parents' house for a week. Maybe you need to, just take a, maybe not even to that extreme. I'm not saying you should just take off time from working out and not being mindful of nutrition, because that's probably going to make you take a little bit of a step back. And that's not necessarily one, but maybe you take 1 or 2 days, or maybe you take a week, 1 or 2 days where you're not worrying as much. And then maybe you take a week where you go back to like maintenance amount of calories or aren't as strict with nutrition. And you take a little diet break, you take a step back, so then you can hit the ground running, hit the pavement hard, and aim to be more consistent and make more progress with your weight loss goals. Either way, you need to evaluate, take a step back, look yourself in the mirror. You're going to notice a lot of this is kind of getting out of your own short-term emotions when it comes to fitness and weight loss, and being like, all right, am I actually, at a plateau, or am I just like spazzing out because I feel like I should lose 20 pounds in 2.5 seconds? And if that's you, you gotta think big picture. You gotta take a step back. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, 1, am I actually making progress in the big picture in the long term? Yes, you are. 2, take a step back and look yourself in the mirror and be like, could I be more consistent of late if I'm not making the progress I want to? Probably. So that's the first 2 things. You're probably not even hitting a plateau. You probably need to be more consistent, but I'm proud of you for making progress again. And I think that, if you kind of buckle down and aim to be a little bit more consistent, a lot more progress is going to come, and you got this, and you're going to make a lot of progress, and I'm pumped for you. I'm happy for you. All right, now this is where really we get into what actually is going on if you hit a plateau. But we needed to make sure you actually are hitting a plateau first. So here's what happens. Here's what you're going to do. If you actually hit a plateau, basically that means that it's been 2+ weeks. You have not lost any more scale weight. You are not losing inches from your body. Clothes are not fitting any differently, any looser. In the progress photos from 2-3 weeks ago, you don't look any different. You've actually hit a legit plateau. You just stalled out like me trying to drive a non-automatic car. I don't know how to do it. I probably wouldn't even get to the point of stalling out. Like what's the shift manual, whatever that shit is called. I should know this. It's actually like disrespectful to society and humanity that I don't know the differences. A manual. Is it called a manual? Whatever. Either way, I wouldn't even know how to stall out. I don't even know how to shift gears in that thing. Automatic all day. All right, so if you've actually hit a point of plateau, these are the couple of things that you want to do to make more progress and make more strides. So number one, it's one is with nutrition and one is with workouts. So nutrition side of things, what you want to do is take in a little bit less calories. And this does not mean that you need to cut out carbs or you need to completely give up drinks or cookies or ice cream or pizza or pasta or whatever it is you enjoy. This just simply means that you need to cut back on calories by about 150 to 200 calories per day. And you can even look at this from like a whole week as a whole. It could be like maybe the weekends you've just been going crazy. Like during the week you've been on your game. And the weekends it's like you've been drinking 12 Bud Lights a day, 5 slices of pizza, 2 donuts. You just no regard for fat loss goals on the weekends. Just don't care. But you care when Monday morning comes. All right, you got to start caring a little bit more on the weekends. And you got to cut back on calories. So maybe you cut back on calories by 500 calories both weekend days if you're normally super high calorie. And if you do that, you're gonna make more progress with the fat loss goals and with your weight loss goals and break through that plateau. Either way, you need to take in around 150, 200 calories less per day on average across the entire week. So you could do that every single day. If that's easier, you could do that on the weekend days. Maybe 2 days you cut back calories by 300, 400, 500 a day. And you go from there. That's one way. And again, that doesn't mean that you have to cut something out completely. That means you need to cut back on something a little bit. One simple way you could do that is either one, maybe you're eating like 6 Oreos every single day right now. Maybe you eat 3. That's a simple way to cut back 150 calories. Maybe you're having 4 English muffins in the morning. I don't know. That's not realistic. That's not a good one. Maybe you're having like 2 cups of rice and you have 1 cup of rice. Maybe you're having an extra little like Gushers or fruit snacks or something and you have that a couple times per day. It's like maybe you just have, I don't know. Maybe instead of 2 packs of Gushers, you have an apple instead. That saves 100 calories. So whatever it is, cutting back on calories, maybe you cut back on portions from something that's a little fun and then you work in something that's a little more healthy, some more fruit, some more veggies, so that you are more full for less calories. So the first thing to do to break through a weight loss plateau, one option is to cut back on calories a little bit, 100, 200 a day, voila, there it is. Number 2, workout wise, is simply getting in more activity. So people are always like, you can't just tell people to eat less and move more and work out more. In reality, that's what it is, but hopefully I'm trying to explain how it all works. So, and actually, let me explain how it works. So the reason, I probably should have done this earlier, but sorry, I didn't. Basically, what a plateau means is that in order to keep losing weight, losing fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Sometimes after you've already lost the weight, your body gets to a point where your metabolism adjusts and your maintenance calories, basically the amount of calories that you need to maintain your current weight, drops because you have less mass on your body, so you need less calories to maintain that weight. So now what was your deficit before when you used to weigh more is now your maintenance amount, and you need to do something. Either you need to take in less calories or you need to burn some additional calories to now be in a deficit below where your maintenance is. So a deficit basically is just any calorie amount below your maintenance calories. So if you're stalled out, you're at the same weight, basically all you need to do is do a little something extra. Either cut back on calories or getting some additional activity to then now be in a deficit. So that's the game. That's what we're trying to do here. So again, it's taking in a little bit less calories to make it easier to be in a deficit, or it's getting in more activity. And so through that, it's either getting an additional workout in per week. Maybe you're doing 3 lifting workouts, or 3 cardio sessions in the week now. Maybe you bump it up to 4 lifts or 4 cardio sessions, whatever the case is. The other thing is that maybe it's getting in some extra steps per day. So maybe you're just not that active day to day right now. Maybe you sit, you're working an office job, you work a sedentary job, you're not that active. Maybe it is. It's going for, an extra 15-minute walk in the morning. It's an extra 15-minute walk in the evening time. Or maybe it's just a 30-minute walk at lunchtime, and you get in an extra 30 minutes of walking in the day, and you do that, and you weren't doing that before, you're going to start to make more progress. So in order to break through a weight loss, fat loss plateau, it is not some drastic, crazy thing where you got to, really up the ante and really push yourself more and more. It's simply like making a few tweaks to be in a deficit again, keep it going, and then, see, once you hit another plateau after a little bit of time, then you make some other additional changes. So that's really all you do. When you know the game, you don't panic. A wise philosopher once told me. I think it was a rapper. I saw that on their Instagram caption one time, and it stuck with me. When you know the game and know what causes a weight loss plateau, and you know how to break through it, you don't panic. All right, that is it. Thank you for being here. Hopefully that helped. Please subscribe to my channel. I will love you more than I love Bud Light and Chipotle. Like the video, comment. Let me know what else you want to hear me discuss. And we'll see you on the flippity flip. Peace and blessings. Much love. Talk soon.